Hello everyone, my name is Protesilaos, also known as Prot. In this video I will do something that many of you have requested before, which is to show you the inside of the hut. Where I am now is my bedroom and my office, and you have seen parts of this before in many of my videos. Depending on the time of the year, depending on the video, you have seen different angles, but basically you have seen most of the room. However, today you will see the whole thing. I won't show you the entire building because most of it remains under construction. There are parts of the wall that are missing, some parts of the ceiling are missing, so it's really not ready. I am only showing you my room, which is habitable. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. It's good enough for me at least, and this is what matters because I am the one who is staying here. Let me then switch to the rear camera and let's do this. So let me take a step back and you will see, let me also switch the zoom to 0.5. Okay, so you get a wider angle. And this is it, folks. So this is the bed. My dog Atlas was here a few minutes ago and he left. So there is that. He will get on the bed, so he really likes it, and I don't mind. For me, the dog training I do is about manners, is about letting go on demand and that kind of thing, but about sitting on the bed, sleeping on the bed, that I don't mind. So anyway, we have the bed, we have the bar over here, over there is the desk, and next to it is the technically bookshelf, which however I am using as a makeshift standing desk. You can see I have my laptop over there, and below it I have the keyboard, and basically there is that. That keyboard is the Keychron K Pro 5. It's a mechanical keyboard. This one is a gift from Arialdo Martini. Thank you, Arialdo. The laptop is the Lenovo ThinkPad T470, which is a gift from Anush V. Thank you, Anush. The desktop computer is a gift from the Emacs community. I believe it was the summer of 2020, but I am not sure right now. So at the time I had the Lenovo ThinkPad X220 and it broke. And with donations from the Emacs community, I got this computer. You see it there. It's the one I have had since then. The keyboard there, the split keyboard, it's the Iris keyboard revision 8 by keeb.io or else Keebio. And this is a gift from a person named Andreas. Thank you very much, Andrea. The keycaps on that keyboard is another gift from a keyboard enthusiast who prefers to remain anonymous. However, you know who you are, and thank you very much. And the hut itself, which I haven't talked about much in this video, the hut itself is also in large part done by others in terms of their monetary contributions when we are talking about people online, and people locally material contributions. So let me then talk about the material contributions. Here, this desk over here is made out of second-hand materials. The top is an old wardrobe door that I have repurposed. It has a physical tear, it has damage at parts, but it's good enough for what I need. Its base, its structure is made out of a wooden pallet that I cut in half, and I pieced together with some planks for the support structure, and you see it right there. Same idea for the desk. It's actually the same materials, wooden pallet and the same wardrobe door actually. These materials I got together with this balcony door, this window to my left, and a few others, I got from the sister of my former neighbor. She was renovating her place and I got many things that she either discarded or gave away for really cheap. And some of those things she gave away for some money, which, however, my neighbor, former neighbor, paid for. So thanks to my neighbor as well. Um, I mentioned the balcony door. Of course, this is not a balcony. This is the ground level, but it's basically the door. So there is that. You will notice that there are many parts that remain a work in progress. You will see that the wall back there is patchy. That part is hanging there. And actually, that whiteboard is there to hold the pieces together. So I don't actually use it as a whiteboard. It's just nicer than me having all the supports there. You will see another patch there on the wall, that area there. I have to do these sorts of things because, as I said, the materials are secondhand. There are some spots that are really damaged. I had to cut those off and then do this kind of work. So, yes, there is that. The floor, you will notice that it is not in good condition. This is actually a bad state that it is in. So, what we have for the floor here is concrete. It was all concrete. And then I applied a layer of paint on top so that I could live here for the first year when I first came here. Because I didn't want to sleep on directly on the concrete because of the dust that it produces. So of course I will need to eventually fix this and improve it. But you see what I have over here, and this is basically it, folks. So this is the idea. I can hear a car driving by, and today is a hunting day. It's a Sunday. What's the date? I believe the 8th of December. So I can hear a car. So normally there are no cars driving around here, but when it's a hunting day, it happens. So let's see. Maybe you can hear it in the video. Okay, they are off they go. So let me show you this side here. You have already seen this. This is the front side, and now it's a clear day. It's beautiful now, I must say. It was raining this morning. It was really heavy rainfall, and I was working back at the stream at around 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to do some extra work there. You have seen me. I won't talk about it more, but you get the idea. I keep doing a lot of work there. Let's talk about the front yard now. Over here is the walnut tree that I planted this summer. You may have watched that video. Those barrels, they hold the water. Right now, they are not really useful. I have them there for the birds. They were extra useful during the summer, though, because we experienced a severe drought, and I was collecting water little by little and then using a bucket to water all my plants. Speaking of plants, right there, you see opposite me is the loquat tree. That's the first thing I planted after I cleared the land here. If you watch that video, it was a very small tree, and now it's getting close to 2 meters in height, and it will keep growing. Loquat trees are medium-sized, I would say, but they are quite big, and they are evergreen, so it will look very pretty over here. At this spot, I had planted strawberries, so where you see all this sand now were the strawberries, but they got burnt by the drought. I also had a Greek strawberry tree, which also didn't make it through the drought, and some other trees or vegetables that I planted, they didn't make it. So there is that. Anyway, let me switch to my camera and say a few more things, and then I will conclude this video. So let me just bring this here like this, and let me just prepare the stand, and hopefully you can see me. And I have to take a step back, or maybe adjust the angle here, and maybe I can take a step back like this. So that's totally okay. So It's habitable. It's fine. It's of course a work in progress. You can see the floor needs more work. There are parts, as I said, that need a lot more work. I still have to do the walls. I still have to do the ceiling. What you have not seen and what you might guess is happening. Now, why is the floor here so damaged? It's because whenever there is a storm, there is water leaking, and I have to drain it here. So I have to do that whenever there is a rainfall. I will drain one bucket, two buckets, depending on how heavy the storm is. So it's what I have to do. I have the materials to fix this, to seal the ground level so that it is watertight, but I cannot waterproof or whatever. But I cannot do it now because this material requires the whole area to be completely dry. And right now, of course, it's not dry, and it's not a humid. It's not a dry season; it's a humid season. So I cannot do it now. I will have to endure another winter where I will have these leaks. And then in the coming summer, at around July or early August, that time of the year, I will apply the material, I will apply the insulation, and it will be okay. There are some parts that also leak water from here, from the ceiling. I will patch those as well. I have been patching them, but there is more to be done, so I have to continue doing it. The thing is that I cannot patch everything at once because it's a process of trial and error. I have to see where the leak is and do it. It's really tricky work. But I am doing it and I don't mind. Of course, it's not nice to wake up in the morning or wake up at night when it's raining and drain water. I know it's not nice, of course, but I do it and I don't complain. I am very happy to be here. I'm very happy to have a place I can call my home, my house, my shelter. So I won't ask for more in that regard. Uh, there are other things that are missing, which I won't even show you. But back there is the kitchen. So it's not really a kitchen. There is basically a sink, which is installed on basically what is the equivalent of this bar. It's a construction like this one. And I have installed the sink there. And there is a pipe coming from outside into the hut. It brings cold water. So that is the kitchen sink, and basically that's the kitchen. That's all there is to it, with a small table there. So there is that. All the pipe work I have done myself. There is no hot water here. There will be eventually. I want to have it, but for the time being, it's just cold water. I also want to have the kitchen appliances and basically have it like a real kitchen kind of thing. But it's not a priority because me, I can live with a few things. I have a very frugal lifestyle, a minimalist kind of lifestyle, a Spartan lifestyle, if you prefer that. And for me, that's fine. It's totally okay. And I don't complain. And I take things as they are. And I work with what I have. I live within my means. Now, a question, because people are asking me this from time to time. Hey, Prod, I would like to visit you at the hut. When can I do that? And the answer is please wait. Please wait because the place here is not ready. If I am telling you this, is because I know. It's not that I don't mean to have any visitors, it's because it's really not ready. There are things that I don't want to talk about, not because they are secret per se, but because it kind of sounds like, I don't know, depending on who the person is, it might be like bragging or it might be like seeking pity points or whatever, depending on who it is. But some things that people will take the wrong way. One such thing, which I will say now, even though I would rather not, is the fact that there is only cold water. And of course, this means that I do cold showers. I was doing cold showers before out of choice. Here I do them out of necessity. There is no alternative. For me, that's perfectly fine. Now it's winter. It's whatever, I think the 8th of December, Sunday, 8th of December. It's cold, but I still do it. Now the window is open and I am fine with that. I am used to this kind of thing. But I don't mean to say that it's because I am tough or whatever. I understand what the alternative is. And that's why I am tolerating this situation. But I don't want to have a guest and then tell the guest, hey, what you are used to, forget about it. This doesn't apply. The other thing you are used to, forget about that as well. Oh, and this third thing, and then the fourth, and so on. I don't want to give anybody that kind of experience because I don't want them to think that I am that kind of person. It's as simple as this. So please don't ask me. If I am ready, I will let you know, and you are more than welcome to come here and to visit me. To visit me, that's totally okay. Of course, this is not an open door policy for anybody online to come visit me here. This is only for people I know and whom I can trust. And put differently, it's people that I can do a background check on. I know that sounds kind of creepy to say, but me, I don't care about people. I don't go around checking the information of people. But if you want to visit me, then of course I need to know who you are. I need to know where are you coming from. Otherwise, it's not safe for me. And I'm sure you understand that what I'm saying is reasonable here. So there is that, but not for now, okay? So I will let you know. The project here, the hut project here, it's habitable. I have been living here for almost a year and a half now. I am totally happy with it. It works. I am able to do my coaching here from the computer. So I have an income, and with this, I gradually do more work. So I do cover the extra needs that I have here. It's a work in progress. So one step at a time. And other than that, I am happy. It's a simple life. It's the mountains. It's quiet. And there is that. There are no neighbors around here. There is no built-up area here. There is further up the valley, but here it's just the fields. It's just the mountains. It's just the wilderness. So there is that. As I said, I believe I have said this in videos, but I have definitely said it in writing. This is not a short-term project. This is a long-term project. My goal is to basically have it be at a decent level within 5 years or so. So in a 5-year horizon, I expect this to be a decent, habitable place for the average person, not for me. For me, it has been habitable since day one. But for the average person, I expect it to be within the 5-year horizon. If all goes well, if, of course, I can continue doing the work I am doing and all that. So if everything goes my way, within 5 years. Another question that I get is, hey, Prot, now that you have the hut, what's the next step? And there is no next step. For me, the plan is right now to live here indefinitely. I will keep doing coaching. This is my job. I will keep doing that for as long as I can. My income is modest, but my expenses are even less. So it's a viable project, so I can keep doing it. I left Greece in 2006. By the way, it's getting darker, I noticed, so I will conclude shortly. I left Greece in 2006. I left for university studies, which I did. Eventually, I migrated to Western Europe. I lived there and worked there in a few places for a few years. And life brought me to these mountains. And I have been living in this region for the last almost decade. And it's the place I call my country now. This is my home. This is my country. There is nowhere else for me to go. So there is no other option. So I will be staying here, and my goal is to make it work. And it is working thus far for me. and I hope it will continue to work. And I hope, with all the work I do, and if everything goes my way, that it will also be something that others can enjoy, such as visitors, friends, etc. That's all for now, folks. It's getting dark, so I will conclude the video. Um, I have talked before about the energy situation and stuff, but you can always ask me. I'm happy to talk about these sorts of things, but I don't want to prolong this video anymore, and it's already 20 minutes and going. So let's call it a day then. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you got what you wanted. I don't know if I will ever do a tour of the whole place. It's not much bigger, but I don't see the point. Also, you get the idea how it is. Eventually, it will be a bit better once I do the floor, once I insulate it, once I have heating. There is no heating now, or some cooling system during the summer. There is none of it now. So eventually it will get a bit more comfortable, but for me it's totally okay, and that's what matters. Thank you very much for your attention, folks. Take care, and goodbye from my side.